So other things that should occur in your initial consult, or at least these are the things that I like to make sure occur in an initial consult, is that a client is given an explanation of how the litigation will proceed. And generally what I analogize it to, just because it works for me and it works for many people, it's a lot like a sporting event. It's a little bit of a hybrid between boxing and football. There are specific segments, quarters, to litigation, and a first quarter, a second quarter, a third quarter, a final quarter, the fourth quarter. Rarely is there an overtime, but I would call that an appeal. It's a little bit like boxing, especially if it's contentious, because you're going to throw punches and you're going to get punches thrown at you. This is something that I know about boxing, is that you want to land more punches than you take. You want to stay ahead in the points, and you want to be standing when the bell rings, and you want to win by decision. So, back to the football analogy, when a lawsuit is filed, that's the beginning of the first quarter. During the first and second quarters of the lawsuit, things occur. Informal settlement discussions, asking each side questions, sending discovery is what we call it in the legal profession, which is written questions to one side and questions from the other side back to you. That discovery process goes on through the first and second quarter. Depositions may occur. That is where a client is brought into an office or meets at some neutral location to have their sworn testimony taken. It's testimony as if you were before the judge, and it's admissible in a court of law. So it's a critical step in the discovery process in the first and second quarters of a case. So usually it's written discovery, exchange, that's the first quarter. Interviews, client interviews, depositions, that's sworn testimony of the other side, other witnesses, expert witnesses. And then at some point, there is a generally a court-ordered requirement to go mediate a case. Mediation is where you pay a third lawyer to kind of sit in judgment of the facts that you've uncovered in discovery. And I'll get into that in the next segment.